So what have my competition got to do with securing funding? Firstly, looking at what your competition are doing in the market will help you position your product or your new brand in the marketplace. I think more importantly is the need to be aware of any third-party IP rights which may impact on your own product or brand and which may be a bar to you entering the market. You need to give due consideration to any necessary searches to be carried out to determine whether any of your competitors or potential competitors may have earlier conflicting IP rights, which you could potentially be infringing if you launch your product onto the market. So, for example, in terms of brand names, when you're considering a new brand name, it's really essential to consider at an early stage whether there are any earlier conflicting brand names which you could be infringing if you adopt that particular brand. So this would involve putting in hand necessary trademark availability searches to search for potentially earlier conflicting marks. We always say it's advisable to carry out these clearance searches at the earliest stage possible in the process in case there are any potential issues. And in case you have to potentially rethink your branding or your product to avoid issues from third parties. So investors will almost certainly ask for details of any trademark availability searches that you've carried out or freedom to operate searches, so they can assess the risks associated with their investment and avoid any nasty surprises. So what kind of things would influence that searching strategy? There are really multiple factors which would influence the strategy for searching. The most key factors to consider are really your market sector, so what you need to be searching in relation to, the territories of interest, your attitude to risk, and also how close to market you are. So those considerations will all play a part in developing a sound strategy, and one that will take into account your individual business and whether undertaking extensive searches is at the outset is really a viable option for your business. But investors will want to see that these factors have been taken into account and been given due consideration and that there's a sound strategy in place.